So, ex CD Projekt Red developers have announced a brand new open world vampire action RPG that is set to come out sometime soon. I was hearing 2025, I was hearing 2026, but they announced it actually in December, and they actually dropped this initial trailer just to kind of get a little bit of gameplay, a little bit of the cinematic side to it as well. But not only do I want to talk about the trailer, I also want to talk about some of the things that is going to make this action RPG quite interesting. So let's hop right into it. Let's check it out. Let's watch it together. And of course, this new team is called Rebel Wolves that has now teamed up with Bandai Namco, and they are ex Witcher 3 director as well. So we have a pretty nice team going in for this. And honestly, with the halt of Bloodlines, or Vampire Masquerades, getting another vampire game is not too bad, actually. The cinematics do look great. I know trailers don't mean a lot. We always gonna see in-game footage, but I love this dark story they're trying to tell.
Don't hurt her.
Oof.
You gave us quite the chase, young. Please, sir. She's just a child. Ah, Roderick, remind me. Did I make an exception for children?
No, sire.
No. That would have been foolish, would it not? They spread the plague just as well as adults. And there's only one way to stamp out this sickness.
That's crazy.
Not just a runner, but a fighter, too. Had we met under a different moon, things might have ended there.
Yo. Oh, there's vampires in this world. I mean, I know there's vampires in the world, but I seem like they're helping him. Oh, it's because she may be infected. Damn. Gave him a 30-hit combo. I would like to say every single one of these vampires' designs look absolutely phenomenal.
Lunka.
My sister. She needs help. Fast. Please, let us pass through. I beg of you. Please. Please.
Oh my god, the designs look great. Oh, it's because they sense that he's a vampire as well.
I don't know. How?
I am life. I am death. I am everything in between. I have been watching your little valley. Pestilence, famine, killing, blood spilt carelessly like water. Things will be different now.
Damn, left them to get clapped.
For all of you.
The world needs what it fears. Well, we get some gameplay action now. This is alpha in-engine footage, so we can kind of get a general... This is supposed to be a single-player action RPG open world, so... It's like The Witcher 3, but new story, new vampires and such. So they didn't really give us much gameplay. We just got to see like what the end engine looks like, so we at least got a general idea. Now, was the release date? Oh, we're getting a gameplay reveal in the summer. Oh, so I would definitely be watching that. So with that being said, let's hop on over. So Game Rant, article Game Rant, we want to give credit to Jordan Gerblick. He's basically got into a little bit of talking with some of the devs, and basically the ex-CD Projekt Red devs explained how the new open world vampire RPG, Blood Dawnwalker, has a time limited story. So overall, we're gonna skip it. He basically just talked about like a little bit like how that there's a limited time quest system that reminds him a lot of Persona and the Metaphor games. Now, essentially, what does he exactly mean by that? So in short, the player has limited time to complete the overall main story. Exploring the world doesn't move the time forward, but every quest does. That is interesting. It plays a huge role in our narrative setup. It will be expanding on what it means. They will be expanding what it means later on. And it does sound like Persona. So for some of you who may not know, Persona has a time limited world. So there's particular events that you would do throughout the world that basically gives you this sense of like you need to get things done. If you do particular quests, that will actually advance the time ahead of it. Metaphor did something like this. Persona does it very well. Any games with any sort of social linking behind it also does that as well. So essentially they're saying they said Grenier confirmed that all quests will also move the in-game timer, but assured it will always be clearly telegraphed to the player if an activity moves time forward and by how much. Players will have complete control over that. And they also said it won't necessarily be game over when the timer runs out after 30 in-game days and nights, but stop short of explaining anything further. So that's another thing. As I was reading another article over here by one esports, we want to give the credit to Calvin Trills. With this article, they kind of go into a full explanation of kind of like what exactly is to come for this game. So this Blood of the Dawnwalker is set in a plague-ridden 14th century world. This RPG thrusts players into a world where Black Death and endless wars have left humanity vulnerable. And overall, vampires led by the formidable Brinces emerge from the shadows to dominate remains of civilization. And the main character we saw that was running around in the overall trailer, his name is Cohen, a vulnerable yet determined hero who, as narrative director Jacob Zamalek describes, is not your typical game protagonist. He's a young guy who at heart is emotional but can get vulnerable. He's also honest about how he feels. So he ended up getting silver poisoning, and Cohen treads a fragile line between humanity and the vampire curse. So that's why we noticed inside of the trailer that the vampires did not really touch him, and they actually helped him out because he's technically part of them as well. Basically, he can play as both human and vampire because he is poisoned with the vampiric disease. And then, of course, to add any more story tension, like I said from the other article, Cohen has only 30 days and 30 nights to save his family. So 30 days as human, 30 days as vampire. So I would definitely like to see how they will actually intertwine those two worlds, basically making every decision and action critical in this narrative sandbox where no two playthroughs will be overall identical. That is also quite interesting. And of course, we get that visceral combat, we get strategic survival mechanics, and we get narrative choices as well. Overall, I am genuinely sold on how this game is going to be ran, and I need more about this. So right now, there is no confirmed release date, but we do get the gameplay revealed this summer, so that is something I cannot overall wait for. So overall, that is Blood of Dawnwalker. This game, it's gonna do numbers if done right. It is an open world, and I know open world is a thing that is kind of seen with a bad taste in mouth thanks to games like Forspoken and other open world games that just felt empty. But I feel like with the ex-developers of The Witcher 3 or CD Projekt Red, they understand what it takes to make an open world game, especially coming from The Witcher 3 and also with Cyberpunk. Now, they did say This is the director from Witcher 3 in itself, Witcher 3 is one of my favorite RPGs, some of the best DLC, especially Blood and Wine. So I feel like this is going to be a nice new take on a open world game from people who just know how to make open world games. So I would definitely like to hear what your guys' thoughts and comments are in the comment section below. Definitely let me know. This overall story is intriguing. It has this time lapse for each quest. The 30 days, 30 nights, 30 times as a human, 30 times as a vampire, while you're also being poisoned, and you also need to save your family. And they're also saying that there's not really a game over if you run out of time, but they are saying that he also does not have your typical hero archetypes. He's just overall, his character, this may be a banger when it releases, right? And I can't wait to see how the world building and the character overall gets fleshed out throughout as the game plays. But like I said, let me know in the comment section below. We got to talk about this. If y'all have any questions, concerns, or you want to just chat it up. But they did say it will be releasing on PC and both PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S. So that's also pretty good too, from what I'm reading here. I want to thank both articles for, allowing a little bit of extra understanding of what was going on other than the just base overall trailer. Trailer did look great as well. Like I said, guys, let me know in the comment section below what you think about Blood of the Dawnwalker. Make sure to like the video, definitely subscribe, help the community grow as we continue. And once again, this game looks great. This game looks great. I can't wait to see gameplay, because gameplay would definitely get a better understanding of what's going on. But stay safe out there, you guys. And it's been your host, Chaos DTV, signing out. Peace.